Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'd like to present Troop 59. Boys, please enter. Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Dave Castellano, Committee Chair of Troop 59, and I'm pleased to welcome you as we honor Colin Brannigan, Will Cunningham, Andrew Lucas, Liam Roy, Justin Saul, and Sebastian Vallejo for attaining Scout's highest rank, Eagle. This is a great moment worthy of celebration. I'd like to remind you there will be a reception honoring our new Eagle Scouts immediately following the ceremony. At this time, I'm only going to go off script once. Take your phones out, turn them on, now turn them off. There's nothing you need to check on Sunday afternoon. All right. I'd like to ask Reverend Charlie Pinion of Guardian Angel to conduct the invocation. Please rise.
Let us pray. Father in heaven, we ask you to join us in this celebration of these young men attaining the rank of Eagle Scout. May this ceremony renew our dedication to the high ideals of the Scouting movement, and may it inspire others to follow in the Eagle path. Help us to give well-deserved praise and honor, and also to realize that becoming an Eagle Scout is not simply a moment of achievement, but a reflection of a way of life. Lord God, your spirit of wisdom fills the earth and teaches us your ways. Send your spirit on these men and upon all gathered here. May our new Eagle Scouts continue to devote themselves to the oath of scouting, and may we all give you thanks, for you are the source of all blessings. We ask this in your holy name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Reverend Pinion. At this time, I'd like to introduce Troop 59 Scoutmaster Nick Gray.
Good afternoon, and please remain standing for the presentation of the colors. Sorry about that. Would our senior patrol leader please lead the color guard? Yes, please. Up there.
Post the colors. All right. Will Tommy Lucas please come and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will Alex Vallejo please lead us in the Scout Oath?
On my honor, I'll do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Dan Tokowitz, will you please lead us in the Scout Law?
That is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
And the color guard is dismissed.
and you may be seated. Today we have the honor and pleasure of recognizing the candidates Colin Brannigan, Will Cunningham, Andy Lucas, Liam Roy, Justin Soul, and Sebastian Vallejo for achieving the rank of Eagle Scout. This is an important and serious matter. The family and leaders of these candidates have labored long and faithfully to help develop these Scouts' leadership abilities and sense of community. Their efforts culminate today in the achievement of the Eagle Scout Award. Will the escort please bring Mr. and Mrs. Brannigan forward? Will the escort please bring Colin Brannigan front and center to be presented? Will the escort please bring Mr. and Mrs. Cunningham forward? Will the escort please bring candidate Will Cunningham front and center? Will the escort please bring Mr. and Mrs. Lucas forward? And will the escort please bring candidate Andrew Lucas front and center? Will the escort please bring Mr. and Mrs. Roy forward? Will the escort please bring candidate Liam Roy front and center to be presented? Will the escort please bring Mr. and Mrs. Soul forward? And will the escort please bring the candidate Justin Soul front and center? And will the escort please bring Mr. and Mrs. Vallejo forward? Will the escort please bring the candidate Sebastian Vallejo front and center to be presented? It's a real pleasure to have you here this afternoon and to join us in the presentation of the Eagle Awards. At this point, I'd like to share some thoughts about a Scout's road to Eagle. I'm not sure I have enough time to get my Eagle requirements done. I'm just not that interested in Scouts anymore. I can't tell you how many times I hear one or both of those phrases at troop meetings, in Scoutmaster conferences, or even at home. There is a real struggle during a Scout's career with multiple factors that may bring conflict with the trajectory of Eagle Scout. It even generates doubt about the ability to ever achieve the pinnacle of Scouting, Eagle rank. Only 5% of Scouts nationally ever achieve this accomplishment. We have 91 Scouts registered in the troop. Today we are honoring 6 Scouts, and this past April we welcomed 4 Eagles into the rank. As you can tell, our troop is very prolific in producing the next generation of leaders of business, government, or anything that they want to pursue as a result of their hard work and dedication. There are numerous challenges that today's youth face. The Scout is obviously involved with school, sports at either the club or varsity level, bombarded with electronic stimuli, taking AP classes, now mobile by getting their driver's license, applying for college, helping out at home, and oh, by the way, participating in Scout projects. That's what gives pause to, I'm just not that interested anymore, and I'm in a hurry to complete my Eagle rank. Today we have 6 Scouts that have managed to figured out a plan to achieve and tackle those conflicting schedules to fulfill their obligations and responsibilities. while finishing their Eagle required merit badges, at least 21 total and 13 of those Eagle required, in addition to planning their Eagle project, working with their mentor, completing their project workbook, seeking guidance and signatures, and then providing leadership and executing their projects. As you heard earlier, the Scout Oath and the Scout Law, I firmly believe that these Scouts have achieved what they have by living those values day in and day out. It is easy to overlook the effort that these 6 young men expended on their path to Eagle, as we think it is a given here in Allendale. Not at all. In fact, they have had to meticulously manage their time, plan their days, and focus their efforts to achieve this goal. That is why they are part of the 5% of Scouts that achieve the rank of Eagle. They will be considerable contributors to our future. It is a privilege and a burden that they will carry, as we have heard. Throughout their scouting career, each of them has exhibited traits of leadership, whether it be in troop meetings, on monthly camping trips, Bahamas sailing, attending Jamboree and World Jamboree, or on their ultimate trek, the 12-day backpacking trip to the Philmont Scout Ranch in New Mexico. One of the most gratifying duties that I have as Scoutmaster is conducting a Scoutmaster conference for each Scout as they progress in rank. The Eagle Scoutmaster Conference is their final conference. I have known these young men for the last 4 years. I can tell you it was an absolute amazing experience to sit with each of them to talk about their scouting career and what it means to them to be an Eagle Scout, and how they feel relative to their predecessor Eagle Scouts and what their goals in life are. I can tell you with certainty they have it all together. It's quite comforting given the state of the world events to know that we have these fine young men entering into academics and on to bigger and brighter opportunities. We have a bright future thanks to Colin, Will, Andrew, Liam, Justin, and Sebastian. Thank you, gentlemen. You help me rest easy. So to earn the highest rank in scouting, a young man has to spend a great deal of time and effort. Therefore, today's ceremony will reflect on the trail to Eagle. I'd like to introduce Sean Hull.
When a boy first becomes a scout, there should be instilled within him that which we call the spirit of scouting, represented by this candle which burns brightly in the heart of every scout. Let us renew our spirit by reminding ourselves of the meaning of the Scout Law. Scout is trustworthy.
Trustworthy. A scout tells the truth, he is honest, and he keeps his promise. People can depend on him.
Loyal.
A scout is true to his family, friends, scout leaders, school, and nation.
Helpful.
Helpful. A scout cares about other people. He willingly volunteers to help others without expecting payment or reward.
Friendly.
A scout is a friend to all. He is a brother to other scouts. He seeks to understand others. He offers his friendship to people of all races and nations and respects them even if their beliefs and customs are different from his own.
Courteous.
A scout is polite to everyone regardless of age or position. He knows that using good manners makes it easier for people to help get along.
Kind.
A scout knows their strength in being gentle. He treats others as he wants to be treated. Without good reason, he does not harm or kill any living thing.
Obedient.
A scout follows the rules of his family, school, and troop. He obeys the laws of his community and country. If he thinks these laws and rules are unfair, he tries to have them changed in an orderly manner rather than disobeying them.
Cheerful.
A scout looks for the bright side of life. He cheerfully does tasks that come his way. He tries to make others happy.
Thrifty.
A
A scout works to pay his way and to help others. He saves for the future. He protects and conserves natural resources. He carefully uses time and property.
Brave.
A scout can face danger, although he is afraid. He has the courage to stand for what he thinks is right, even if others laugh at him or threaten him.
Clean.
A scout keeps his body and mind fit. He chooses the company of those who live by high standards. He helps keep his home and community clean.
And reverent.
A scout is reverent towards God. He is faithful in his religious duties. He respects the beliefs of others.
And finally, promises on his honor to do his best, to do his duty, to God and his country, to obey the scout law, to others by helping them in all times, and to himself by keeping himself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Now I'd like to introduce Artie Keating, Assistant Scoutmaster.
You see, from this spirit of scouting, he grows and becomes stronger. These are the basic ideals of scouting to which each young man subscribes when he starts down the scouting trail. Trail to Eagle. Now, far away looms the hazy outline of the Eagle summit. To the newcomer, it is a long way off, but it will come closer as the light from the spirit of scouting continues to grow and spread. As a scout follows the trail to Eagle. New Scout.
I am a new Boy Scout. I wear the fleur-de-lis, the symbol of scouting around the world. The 3 parts of the fleur-de-lis represent the 3 parts of the Scout Oath, which I am beginning to learn and live.
Tenderfoot.
I am a tenderfoot scout. To the fleur-de-lis on my badge have been added an eagle and shield representing my country, and 2 stars representing truth and knowledge.
Second class.
I am a second-class scout. My badge is a scroll inscribed with the scout motto, "Be prepared." Suspended from this scroll is a knot reminding me to do good turn every day.
First class.
I'm a first-class scout. My badge shows the complete scout emblem, fleur-de-lis, eagle, shield, stars, and scroll, indicating I have completed my basic scout training.
Star.
I'm a Star Scout. Before me lie unlimited opportunities, just like the stars in the night sky. I can shine as brightly as any of them.
Life.
I am a Life Scout, almost an eagle. The heart on my badge shows I've taken scouting's lessons to heart. I am ready to spread my wings and fly.
Just a few short years, a scout undergoes a miraculous transformation from someone who struggles to memorize the oath and law to someone who lives those words. From someone who wants to go camping to someone who's been camping many times. From someone who needs to be led to someone who can lead others. But a more miraculous transformation is yet to come as a boy becomes an Eagle Scout. Will Rebecca Brannigan please present the introduction of Colin Brannigan?
Hi, I'm Colin's sister Becca. Thank you all for coming today to honor these Eagle Scouts. Colin has been in Scouts for as long as I can remember. I used to attend some of his pack meetings at Hillside before I was a student there, right up until he bridged to Boy Scouts in 2011. Those meetings were a lot of fun, especially the Halloween meetings and the Pinewood Derbies. I also remember going on a couple of family camping trips a couple of times. That was mostly fun, except for the million mosquito bites. When Colin bridged to Boy Scouts, all that fun stopped for me, but the adventures continued for him. Summer camp, TMR, Camp Aquahunga. Colin went to TMR 5 times, and he would come home with some hilarious and sometimes scary stories. There were bears, lightning storms, and that dude Ira that worked at the trading post, who was apparently a former member of the Ramones. Really? They cooked their own meals and had the annual Iron Chef competitions where the dads cooked breakfast for the winning patrols. They had Camp-wide Olympics where, of course, Troop 59 usually won all the events. Basically, it was a week of having fun, learning new skills, earning merit badges, advancing in rank, and making good memories that will last a lifetime. Throughout his scouting career, Colin has been a leader. He was sled captain or co-captain for at least 3 Klondikes. One of his sleds finished in 2nd place and another took home the 1st place trophy. The summer after 8th grade, Colin attended National Youth Leadership Training. He was invited back to be on the staff the following year and has been every summer since. This year, he will be the senior patrol leader for the Greater New York Council program. NYLT has been a big part of Colin's scouting experience and has afforded him some unique opportunities. For example, going to Northern Tier High Adventure Base to canoe in the lakes of northern Minnesota, and going to National Jamboree as a member of the National Staff Communication Team, where he was one of the Snap Boys. All of this was in addition to all of the fun adventures right here with Troop 59. Sandy Hook, stew cooking, Jim Thorpe rafting, paper drives, troop meetings, West Point camporees, Bahamas, Gettysburg, Valley Forge, 9/11 Memorial, Floodwood, and of course, Philmont. While Colin sure had his share of fun with Troop 59, it's also a lot of hard work and dedication. Advancing in rank, earning 26 merit badges, and working on his Eagle project with Mr. Cunningham, Mr. Feely, and his fellow scouts kept him busy for a while. Right, Dad? And he finally got it all done. Along the way, Colin was an assistant patrol leader, mother hen, and senior patrol leader. He was elected to the Order of the Arrow by his fellow scouts in 2016 and was named Scout of the Year by the Troop Committee in both 2014 and 2016. Colin sure packed in a lot of stuff during his scouting career, and topping it off by earning his Eagle is something he can be proud of forever. I'm proud of him, and so are my parents and the rest of our family. Congratulations, Colin, and congratulations to all the other Eagle Scouts we are honoring today.
Will Molly Cunningham please present the introduction for candidate Will Cunningham?
I am very lucky and proud to have Will as my brother. Something my family enjoys doing is looking at photos and videos from when Will and I were little. I noticed that in the videos and photos, Will always has his arm around me or is grabbing my hand, perhaps to keep me from running into the ocean or into the street. This represents to me the kind, empathetic, and loving person that Will is. I think anyone who knows Will would attest to that. Will has so much to be proud of. He is a musician, an athlete, a student, a volunteer, and a scout. He is a great son, grandson, brother, nephew, cousin, and friend. He is passionate and gives his all to everything he does. I think scouting has been a great fit for Will, as I believe Boy Scouts develop boys who have a desire to make this world a better place. I know my world is a better place with Will in it. Congratulations on becoming an Eagle Scout. I am proud of you today and every day.
Will Robert and Thomas Lucas please present the introduction of candidate Andrew Lucas?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to thank everyone for taking the time to celebrate this fine achievement with us. It's quite an honor to be up here and be able to introduce my younger brother, Andrew, as an Eagle Scout. Becoming an Eagle Scout goes beyond simply receiving an award. It's a personal distinction and statement of one's character. This is a recognition that has no expiration, and the principles and responsibilities of being an Eagle Scout are expected to be upheld beyond completion of scouting. I would be remiss if I did not recognize the work and the effort and hard work Andy put into achieving this accomplishment, and I absolutely enjoyed watching him mature and develop through the process. I was thoroughly impressed by his perseverance and leadership through the Eagle Scout project phase. What many people do not take into consideration when going through the Eagle Scout candidacy is that not everything will go perfectly, and it is an ongoing process of adjustments and adaptations. Naturally, for a less patient person, such as myself, setbacks would nearly push me to a tipping point, but not for Andy. He carried out his project with such poise and stoicism that nothing seemed to deter him from completing his tasks.
Being able to grow up and go through my scouting journey, knowing that Andy was always on my side, made my experience so much better. To add on to this, he was always so helpful. Andy would always put me before others, always put others before himself. This followed one of the key principles of scouting, trooper patrol self. What this meant was that he would really put the troop before himself, then put his patrol before himself, then put himself last. This shows that he is a true Eagle Scout with his integrity, honesty, respect, cooperation, and his care for others. Andy has shown true dedication within the troop. This is evident because he's been a patrol leader and assistant senior patrol leader for multiple years. Andy, we're all very proud of you in this huge achievement. Beyond your scouting career, this work ethic can take you so much farther than you can imagine. Plus, these key skills you've learned in Boy Scouts will help your future and make it so much bigger.
Will Owen Roy please present the introduction for candidate Liam Roy?
My brother was always a good role model. He always did well in school, scouts, and sports. He always helped me throughout scouts and told me what merit badges to do and how to do them. He showed me efficient ways to pack my stuff before camping trips so I didn't have to lug my hiking backpack onto a one-night camping trip. He also has showed me different things that are important in life, such as how to hit a tennis ball in Wii Tennis or how to do a push-up a certain way so that you look stronger in a shorter amount of time. But the one thing I enjoy most about Liam is our wrestling matches that have been going on for the past few years. Although it might sound weird, our brawls that can break out in seconds have helped me strive to match Liam's strength and try to be like him. You might not know it, but this makes him a good role model for me. Every time we have these wrestling matches, I try to be as strong as he is, and I try to make the moves that he makes on me. He may always come out on top for now, but this just makes me try even harder. But the biggest thing I've learned about scouting from Liam is that I need to soak it in. I will never forget the letter Liam sent me from my second year of Forestburg. The last sentence said, "Soak it in, Owen. I miss summer camp already." Ever since then, I realized that my time in Scouts is not unlimited, and I want to thank Liam for that. He has been the best brother I could have asked for and the best role model. Congrats and good luck in the future.
Will Emily Mitchell and Adam Soul please present the introduction for candidate Justin Soul?
Hi, I'm Emily, Justin's sister. So, when I was told to write an introduction for Justin's Eagle Scout Award, I thought to myself how it was just yesterday that I was forced to go to his Cub Scout ceremony. One particular instance that I remember that Justin's Boy Scout skills came in handy was our first night at our camping trip in Yellowstone. It was pouring rain and blackout, and we couldn't see anything, and Justin could set up the tent by himself while we all waited in the car, so thank you for that. I was researching some of the requirements to be an Eagle Scout, and I saw one of the merit badges was first aid. And I thought, not only does Justin have this, but my mom does too. Or my mom had to take Justin to the hospital after he sliced his finger open with his pocket knife. All jokes aside, I know an Eagle Scout is a tremendous amount of work, and we're extremely proud of him. Now he's finally an Eagle Scout.
Hi, my name is Mitchell. I'm Justin's brother. Part of the motto is being prepared, which I am not. I did not write a script because I thought I could do it. But Justin has been the best brother ever. Up until a couple months ago, he's been driving me everywhere. But now he has work and college. He's been very busy, believe it or not. He works very hard every day, comes home late, leaves home early. And I just wanted to say he's the best brother I could ask for.
I'm
Justin's other brother, Adam. I'm the youngest. Out of the Boy Scout oath or motto, I'm not completely sure, but the one that says a scout is trustworthy and a bunch of words. Justin is thrifty and courteous, and thrifty means using money and other resources carefully and not wastefully. Courteous meaning polite, respectful, or considerate in manner. He is thrifty because he saved up enough money to get a car, and that's a lot of money. Courteous because even if someone annoys him, such as his siblings, he still says thank you and please. So I would like to congratulate him on getting a Boy Scout or Eagle.
And will Isabella and Alexander Vallejo please present the introduction for candidate Sebastian Vallejo?
Congratulations, you've done it. As you know, once one road ends, another road begins. You're finishing high school in a week and a half, and then you're off to college. I can honestly say that you're ready. Over the many years that you have been a scout, you have grown physically as well as mentally. You have learned good habits that are clearly reflected in your character. Whenever I need help building something, you always use your professional craftsmanship to help me. I can personally say that you've earned the right to park in the professional craftsman spot at Home Depot. Sebastian, you and I have always had a strong relationship. We share things that we wouldn't normally share with other family members or friends. I think this is why my life has been relatively easy so far. During those nighttime talks, you always guided me in what to do or what not to do from your personal experiences. You are like a trailblazer I never knew I had until now. But now I realize how big of a part you have played in my life, and I want to thank you for that. Many people might not know that Sebastian is a very hard worker. During the school year, he works from the second he gets home until late at night, and after that, he goes down to the gym to exercise. But the best thing is that he does not have to be celebrated to know that he did the right thing. For example, one day, we came home from school in December, and there was about 4 inches of snow on the ground. I immediately thought, okay, we will leave this until my dad gets home, and we can do it all together. As I proceeded to walk in, my brother asked, where are you going? I told him about my plan, how we were going to wait for my dad. Sebastian answered, I don't think so. And at the exact moment, he threw a snow shovel at me and said, start shoveling while I turn the snowblower on. Sebastian and I have had small skirmishes in the past, but know that he always means the best, even though I might not think so at the moment. Sebastian, you're a great brother, son, and friend. You help other people out, and you guide people when they have fallen off their track. I know that these values will not just allow you to survive through life, but will allow you to thrive. Go to college, learn, and don't be afraid to make mistakes, but make sure you learn from them so you don't make them again. Most importantly, have fun, because life only comes around once, so make the best of it.
Hello, I'm Isabella, Sebastian's sister. Sebastian has proven many times that he's earned the right to be an Eagle Scout and sit on the stage before me. He lives by the principles of life and tries to be the best man he can be. He goes out of his ways to help me when I need help. He is a great friend and his friends will agree on his behalf. He's a good son and brother. For example, I don't know what goes down at your house, however at my house, when it all snows, we all get our snowsuits on and go downstairs and shovel. We all like to say we divide the driveway equally, but we'd be lying. We all know Sebastian does most of the driveway. Other than helping us physically with all the hard work he puts in, he also helps me with school. Even though math isn't his favorite class, he always finds time to help me with my math. He's a loyal person who would do anything for his friends and family. I'm very lucky to have a brother and friend like Sebastian. He always has my back. Congratulations, Sebastian.
Thank you all for your fine presentations. The founder of Scouting, Lord Baden-Powell, felt there was little point in teaching the technicalities of scouting to young men unless, at the same time, you developed in them the qualities that made them self-reliant, worthy of trust, tough of body and mind, with an indomitable spirit, men able to be on their own and to be trusted on their own. So when we find young men whom we feel have displayed the potential which Lord Baden-Powell expressed, we think that they should be recognized and encouraged. Such recognition, the awarding of the Eagle Badge, takes place in a series of important life events in a series of important events in the life of these young men of today. The Eagle Award is the culmination of the various efforts of many leaders of these Scouts. It is an occasion for pride and joy and a time for serious contemplation. We realize that this is the highest rank and the most coveted of all awards in Scouting. It is the last major step in the advancement program. If we have not achieved our purpose in the building of character, in the training of leadership, in the practice of service, we probably never shall. It is therefore right and proper that a careful examination of the applicants is completed. In order that you may understand the completeness of our examination, I shall ask several members of the troop committee to explain the various inquiries made regarding the candidates. First, the Assistant Scoutmaster, Bill Conroy.
The first consideration in the examination of a candidate is proficiency in the various crafts and skills prescribed in the requirements for the Eagle Award. These skills are designed to instill confidence in the individual Scout, to make him self-reliant and bring a realization to him that through the knowledge he has gained, he can and should be of greater service to others. Through the Merit Badge program, he has been able to explore many fields of interest, covering hobbies, vocations, physical fitness, citizenship, and others. In earning the minimum of 21 Merit Badges, the Scout has had to make personal contact with an adult counselor and discuss with that counselor the various requirements. We feel this contact with the Merit Badge counselor is of great value. After a complete review of the Scout craft requirements, we find these applicants qualified for the rank of Eagle.
Thank you, Bill. Next up, Assistant Scoutmaster Paul Appleton.
Leadership. Another important consideration to the rank of Eagle is leadership. Here, a Scout becomes familiar with the meanings of initiative, perseverance, service, and leadership. As he advanced up the Scouting trail, he was required to be an active and dependable member of the troop and patrol and troop meetings and at troop activities. We have carefully reviewed their activities in the troop in their Eagle Service projects, which the candidates have planned and supervised at school, at church, at home, and elsewhere. We find that they have displayed leadership ability and a willingness to work with others on projects that are worthwhile and constructive. They have learned to be good partners. We believe that they have shown teamwork and leadership to the extent that they are qualified in this area for the rank of Eagle.
Thank you, Paul. And finally, Committee Chair, Mr. Dave Castellano.
Last, but certainly not least, is the Scouts' character. We have interviewed teachers, religious leaders, parents, neighbors, and many others regarding the candidates. It is our findings these candidates endeavor to put into practice in their daily life the principles of the Scout Oath and law. We believe they will continue these habits after receiving the Eagle Award. In light of these various inquiries, we find these candidates qualified for the Eagle Award.
When the Lord Baden-Powell was asked his opinion of the purpose of Scouting, he replied, "To place men of good character in association with boys of great promise." And so, the Scoutmaster and other adult leaders in the troop have a great responsibility to be models for your boys, for you are the men they someday hope to become. Your advice, wisdom, and example are important to them. The work these men do as leaders in the Scouting program is more important than we realize. Unlike most important tasks, however, the results we obtain will not become evident for years to come, for we deal with the most mysterious and fragile of abstractions, the future. Ours is the privilege of helping mold the generations that will follow us. In light of the various inquiries by the Eagle Board of Review, together with the assurance that they plan to continue their Scouting work, we did find these candidates are qualified for the rank of Eagle. Be assured the decision to grant this award does not rest lightly upon the shoulders of the adult leaders involved. The candidates should understand the Eagle rank is a responsibility as well as an honor. Our Troop 59 alumni Scouts will remind you of what it means to live as an Eagle Scout. Eagle's Nest number 1, please.
The first responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. An Eagle's honor is sacred. Honor is the foundation of all character. Character is what one really is down deep inside, not what someone thinks one is. An Eagle will so live that he reflects upon his home, his church, his school, his friends, and upon himself. May the white of your badge remind you to live with honor.
The second obligation of an Eagle Scout is loyalty. Without loyalty, all character lacks direction. An Eagle is loyal to his ideals, not letting others sway you from your course. As a follower, you promise to be loyal to those above you. Now, as a leader, you must also be loyal to those who follow you, treating them as you would want to be treated. Let the blue of your badge always remind you of loyalty.
The third obligation of an Eagle Scout is courage. Courage gives all character, force, and strength. Stepping into your new role as a leader, you will face many challenges and obstacles. A ship in the harbor is safe, but that's not what ships are for. You must have the courage to do what is right, whatever other people do or say. Let the red of the Eagle badge remind you of courage.
The final obligation of an Eagle Scout is service. He extends a helping hand to those who still toil up the scouting trail he has just completed, just as others helped him in his achievement of the Eagle rank. The habit of the daily good turn must take on new meaning and blossom forth in a life of service. He protects and defends the weak and helpless. He aids and comforts the unfortunate and the oppressed. He upholds the rights of others while demanding on his own. His code of action is based upon the belief that real leadership must be founded upon real service. May the motto, "Be prepared," always remind you that as an eagle you are among the best prepared to be of service to others. May the eagle suspended from the ribbon always remind you to perform that service when the opportunity presents itself. Gentlemen, if these candidates are willing and eager to accept the responsibilities of the Eagle Badge as well as its honor, we must cordially welcome them into the ranks of the Eagle Scout.
Thank you, gentlemen, for your fine statements of their responsibilities. Will the candidates please stand? You are now about to join the ranks of Eagle Scouts. Before doing so, however, we ask you to recommit yourself to Scouting's essential principles. I would now like to turn the program over to Mr. Mark Dworkin, father of 3 Eagle Scouts and past Troop 59 Scoutmaster, who will conduct the Eagle Scout ceremony.
Would all the Eagle Scouts and the audience today please join us down on the stage and form a line in front here. Adults and Scouts, guys from the back. Well, you know what? You want to block the star. That's a super picture, huh? Yeah, Mr. Vermaken, make sure you get that one, right? We're here. Need a wide angle lens for that. I have the honor to give you the Eagle Charge on this occasion of your elevation to the highest rank in scouting. The Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most wholesome and significant movements in the world's history. You have been judged by the Boy Scouts of America of being worthy of the highest rank in this great movement. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. Your position, as you know, is one of honor and responsibility. You're now a marked person. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to your country, to your fellow Scouts, and to humanity in general. This is a great undertaking as you live up to your obligations and you bring honor to yourself and to your fellow Scouts. America has many good things to give you and your children, but these good things depend, for the most part, on the quality of her citizens. Our country has had a great past, and you can help make the future even greater. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with a solemn dedication, to be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and to other people. So live and serve that those who know you will be inspired to finer living. We have too many who use their strength and their brains to exploit others and to gain selfish ends. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and ability to the common good. Build America on the solid foundation of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence for God. And whatever others may do, you will leave behind you a record of which every other Scout may be proud. Your conduct among the trail has been excellent. You have rededicated yourself to the principles of scouting, but you have one more important thing, your future. As an Eagle Scout, you become a guide to other scouts of lower ranks. You become an example in your community. Remember that your actions are now a little more conspicuous, and other people will expect more from you. To falter in your responsibility would not only reflect upon you, but on your fellow Eagles and all of scouting. The torch you carry is not only yours, but it's ours as well. I challenge you to enter this Eagle Fellowship, holding ever before you without reservation the ideals of honor and service. By the repetition of the Eagle Scout promise before your fellow members, you will become an Eagle Scout. Through the words that you use are similar to those which, when you join Scouting, they will mean more now than they ever could before. When you pledge yourself to your sacred honor, you will be sealing your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout. You've heard the challenges. If you are ready and willing to accept these responsibilities and to adopt the Eagle Scout promise, please answer so that I may hear you. Colin?
I am.
Oh, good and loud, that's good. Will?
I am.
Andrew?
I am.
Liam?
I am.
Justin?
I am.
And Sebastian?
I am.
Scouts and parents, please stand. In recognition of these obligations, I ask the Eagles, I said Scouts and parents, please stand. Everybody.
Other parents.
Oh, everybody. In recognition of these obligations, I ask all the Scouts assembled on the stage, and you, Colin Brannigan, Will Cunningham, Andy Lucas, Liam Roy, Justin Soul, and Sebastian Vallejo, to now raise your right hand in the Scout sign and repeat the Eagle Oath after me. I affirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of an Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example, my rank and influence count strongly for better scouting and for better citizenship in my troop, in my community, and in my contact with other people. To this I pledge my sacred honor. Thank you. Nick?
Scouts, parents, and guests may be seated. By the authority vested in me by the Boy Scouts of America, it is my privilege and pleasure to pronounce you Eagle Scouts. May the oath... May the oath you have taken remain engraved on your heart forever. No words could do justice to the great support and patient perseverance with which their parents have guided these Scouts toward manhood. In recognition of this, it is very fitting the Eagle candidates receive their Eagle Scout badge from their mom and dad. Please pin the Eagle medal on your Eagle Scouts. boy becomes an Eagle Scout, he joins a select group of dedicated scouts. To signify his accomplishment, we call on fellow Eagle Scouts to present Colin, Will, Andrew, Liam, Justin, and Sebastian with their Eagle neckerchiefs. Eagle Scouts, please. We also extend our congratulations not only for satisfying the many necessary requirements, but also for the setting of an objective and for the perseverance that was necessary in attaining that goal. But more so, you are to be congratulated for the fact that you are now prepared to serve with those who served you. This is not only the end. This is not the end for you. This should be but the real beginning of scouting. Also to your family, teachers, religious leaders, and others, thanks for a job well done. No one will ever know the countless acts of self-sacrifice and support from the mothers and fathers of Eagle Scouts, which have led to an afternoon such as this. As a small token of appreciation for what their parents have made, we will now ask the new Eagle Scouts to present their parents with a miniature eagle pin. Okay, will the parents please present their scouts with the American flag, which was flown over the Capitol in Washington, D.C. Okay, at this point, I'd like to invite Mark McAuliffe to present a bronze eagle palm to Colin Brannigan. For those that were paying attention, Becca Brannigan indicated that Colin earned 26 merit badges, and there are 21 required for Eagles. So in recognition of that accomplishment, Colin is receiving the Bronze Eagle Palm Award for the achievement of the additional 5 merit badges above and beyond basic. We now ask the Eagles to present their mentors with their mentor pin in thanks for all that they have done to help the boys achieve the rank of Eagle. Will the mentors please step forward? Colin Brannigan, Hans Cunningham, and Michael Feely. Will Cunningham, Michael Feely. Andrew Lucas, Hans Cunningham. Liam Roy, Hans Cunningham. Justin Soul, Martin Masters, and Sebastian Vallejo, Nick Gray.
Today we continue a Troop 59 tradition. You know, some of you know Troop 59 Eagle Scout Jesse Staub. Jesse's one of our Eagle Scout success stories, and he's currently working as a mechanical engineer in San Francisco, so he wasn't able to be here with us today. But Jesse's dad, Joe, was a great supporter of Troop 59, and sadly, about a year after Jesse made Eagle, Joe passed away in December of 2011. Joe requested donations be made to Troop 59, and his many friends and family offered generous gifts to the troop. We debated what to do for a while with the funds and finally decided to award each of our new Eagles with an engraved Eagle Scout buck knife. It's our hope that you will treasure this memento and keep it as a reminder of Troop 59 and Joe Staub's belief in the scouting program and positive influence it makes in young men. Put this knife someplace safe. It's probably best if you don't take it to college with you. We understand Justin has a problem with knives, so you would be even more careful. And hopefully you'll rediscover it in a few years and take it as a sign for you to continue living the Scout oath and law and offering your support of Boy Scouts in the future and the memory of Joe Staub. So, guys.
I put some Band-Aids in the jar.
Thank you, Scouts and Mr. Dworkin. When a boy attains the rank of Eagle, he is also recognized for this accomplishment by other organizations in the community. I'd like to now call on Allendale CERT, represented by Kevin Montagna and Cherise Frasco.
My name is Kevin Montagna. I'm the Community Emergency Response Team Coordinator for Allendale. Cherise Frasco here is my Deputy Coordinator. We both had the privilege of serving with Pete Brannigan when he was Coordinator, and at the same time Hans Cunningham was Director of OEM here in Allendale. I would like to congratulate these young men on the years of diligence, perseverance, determination that have led to achieving the Eagle Scout rank, as well as to the parents and families who've supported and encouraged and mentored them along the way. As part of our service as CERT to the community, we help folks prepare for the unexpected. FEMA tells us to encourage folks to be informed of things that could affect your area, make a plan to deal with those things, build a kit to enable your plan, and then finally get involved. Today, you are being recognized for leadership amongst your peers and your dedication to the community. As a CERT coordinator, I implore you, take the spirit of the rank of Eagle with you and not only enter society, but use your demonstrated leadership and community service to make our society better. Be informed of the needs of your community, whatever they are, be it public safety, civil government, or whatever they may be. Make a plan by collaborating with other community leaders to address those needs. Build a kit of skills through education, training, and certifications so you can enact the plan. And finally, get involved in endeavors and organizations to serve your community, whether they be on campus, in the military, or wherever you find yourself living. In closing, I'd like to thank Troop 59, for a chance to congratulate these fine young men. The families for their excellent job in raising these young men. Lastly, I'd like to thank each one of you for the example and for the hope each of you present for the rest of us. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite Captain Tom Smith, representing the Allendale Fire Department.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the Allendale Fire Department, I want to congratulate all of you on a job well done. I know how much work it is, and how long it takes to achieve this. And from all of us to you, I want to congratulate you. So thank you for your service. Thank you again.
Thank you. Next. Next, I'd like to invite Sergeant Matisse and Officer Stenner, representing Allendale Police Department.
Good afternoon, everyone. John Matisse, Paul Stenner, on behalf of the Police Department and Chief George Sherb, who can't make it today. We'd like to congratulate everybody that's here. Chief Sherb presented your applications to the Berg County Police Chiefs Association, who issued you a award. I'd like to read the letter that the Chief presented. All recipients, congratulations to you on your selection for Eagle Scout Award. This distinction makes a personal statement about your character, motivation, and community spirit, and I am pleased to commend you. On behalf of the Berg County Police Chiefs Association, I'm honored to present you with our Eagle Scout Award in recognition of attaining the rank of Eagle Scout. Your achievement will be a source of pride for you your entire life. I congratulate you, your parents, scout leaders, fellow scouts, and friends who assisted you towards your goal. Without their support, this award would not be possible. The Allendale Police Department commends you for your prestigious accomplishments. Sincerely, George Sherb, Allendale Police Chief. So, on behalf of the Police Chief, congratulations.
And next, I'd like to invite Officer Clemenoka. I'm totally butchering the name, representing Bergen County Sheriff. My apologies.
It's okay, I get it well. Good afternoon. My name is Val Clemenog. I'm with the Bergen County Sheriff's Office. And I would like to congratulate you on attaining the rank of the Eagle Scout, the highest rank in scouting. Bergen County is fortunate to have Bergen County is fortunate to have someone with a passion and commitment to the community. So on behalf of myself, Sheriff Michael Saudino, and all the men and women of the Bergen County Sheriff's Office, I would like to congratulate you and wish you luck in all the future beginnings.
Next, I'd like to invite Liz Holman and Ari Bernstein, representing Mayor and Town Council.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's truly an honor and pleasure for Liz and I to be here on behalf of the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Allendale to congratulate these young men who have distinguished themselves as being worthy of reaching the rank of Eagle. Colin, Will, Andrew, Liam, Justin, and Sebastian. Today, you are joining the best of the best. Men like Senator Bill Bradley, President Gerald Ford, astronaut Neil Armstrong. A senator, a president, and an astronaut. Today, you stand among these great men. But rather than using these great individuals as the target for your life, today I submit to you that you follow them only in that they came before you and you after them. And maybe you follow them and that you too will achieve greatness in your life. But make no mistake about it, your path is your own. Where you soar and how you soar like an eagle is up to you. No doubt there will be challenges along the way. Everyone has them. All paths to greatness and success are peppered and marked with challenges. Expect them, embrace them, use them to your advantage, and use them like springboards to higher ground. And as you're out there soaring, living, and charting your own path, know that you do so with the support and admiration of your parents, your peers, your siblings, and the Borough of Allendale. And again, on behalf of the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Allendale, Liz and I say, congratulations.
Boy Scout and leaders, friends and neighbors, and our guests of honor. Thank you for the invitation and opportunity to speak today. It is indeed a privilege. You have successfully completed all the requirements necessary to attain the rank of Eagle Scout, the highest bestowed by the Boy Scouts of America. On behalf of the Veterans of Foreign Wars Department of New Jersey, it is my honor and privilege to present to you this Certificate of Merit. It is our hope that by your achievements today, you will be a shining example of Scouts to follow. For your dedication to the building of good character and citizenship for the spiritual faith and Scouting achievements, the Department of New Jersey recognizes your attainment of the rank of Eagle Scout, a tremendous milestone in your Scouting career. May you continue to live by the virtues and doctrines of the Boy Scouts of America, and continue to be a success in all aspects of your life. That certificate is from the state of New Jersey, but from the Allendale Post 10181. Please salute.
Next, I'd like to invite Kevin Montagna back. He's also representing the Allendale Volunteer Ambulance Corps.
Hi, me again. On behalf of the Allendale Volunteer Ambulance Corps, I'd like to present some certificates of achievement for you and remind you of the responsibility that comes with being an Eagle. We've all heard words of the work and perseverance and dedication it's taking each of you to get to this point. Going forward, I remind you that you now have a responsibility. Just like we on the ambulance have a responsibility to practice our craft with expertise. If we don't, people can suffer. So the onus is on us to do the best job that we can do. And going forward as Eagles, the onus is on you to lead by example and to be there for those folks who need good leadership. Thank you.
Okay. And lastly, I'd like to invite Daniela Rios, who is the District Director for the Ramapo Valley District of the Northern New Jersey Council, of which Troop 59 is part of.
Hello. Whenever I see an Eagle Scout, I always think of all the parents and all the volunteers who may have heard the statement, "It's only an hour a week." I hope that statement was forgiven once you witnessed a boy become a young man. So gentlemen, you are a tried and true testament that scouting works, scouting matters, and scouting lasts a lifetime. Thank you for your leadership and congratulations.
And will the audience please stand? You didn't realize you were going to get an aerobic workout here. We have just presented 6 Eagle badges. The badge is a mark of identity. It is a thing of beauty. Yet it is only a combination of cloth and metal that will fade into the dim distance in the light of the ideals for which it stands for, and in which Colin, Will, Andrew, Liam, Justin, and Sebastian have grown to believe in and will continue to grow to more fully understand. In closing, it is our hope what you have been witness to this afternoon will be an ever-present inspiration to all. Remember, a boy is a bank where you deposit your most precious treasure, the hard-won wisdom, the dreams for a better world. A boy can guard and protect these and perhaps invest them wisely and will profit a larger profit than you ever dreamed. A boy will inherit your world. All of your work will be judged by him. His future success depends on your willingness to stop and give him time. Thank you all for being with us today to honor Colin, Will, Andrew, Liam, Justin, and Sebastian. I would be remiss if I didn't extend a special thank you to our Eagle Court of Honor Committee for organizing and executing this special day. Lori Redling, Kathy Hernan, and Molly Patrick. And now I'd like to have everyone join us out in the auditorium, outside the auditorium, to review the Scouts Trail to Eagle and also for some refreshments in the rear cafeteria. Thank you very much.